Huawei is getting ready to introduce the Mate 80 series, and once again, the camera setup is expected to be one of its biggest highlights. The company has always aimed to set new standards with its flagship phones, and the upcoming Mate 80 lineup seems to be continuing that mission, this time with a major camera upgrade that could change the game for smartphone photography. Recent reports suggest that Huawei is testing a new 200-megapixel camera lens for the Mate 80 models. This is a significant jump from the 50-megapixel sensors used in previous models, and if the rumors turn out to be true, it would mark the first time Huawei has ever included a 200-megapixel sensor in one of its smartphones. The idea of using such a high-resolution camera isn't new in the smartphone industry. Brands like Samsung and Honor have already implemented 200-megapixel sensors in their devices, but Huawei has so far focused more on optimization and image processing than raw megapixel counts. Now, it seems the company may finally join this trend and possibly take it a step further with its unique software processing and image enhancement technology. So, why is a 200-megapixel camera such a big deal? There are two main reasons. First, a higher megapixel count allows for incredibly detailed photos. Every image captured contains more visual information, which results in sharper and more defined pictures even when zoomed in. Second, it improves the image quality through a process called pixel binning. This technique combines several smaller pixels into one larger pixel, which enhances brightness and clarity, especially in low-light conditions. When a large megapixel sensor works together with Huawei's advanced image processing algorithms, the result is something called computational photography, a blend of hardware and software that delivers lifelike colors, better zooming, and crisp details. In simpler terms, the photos don't just look clearer. They look more natural and balanced. According to leaks, the 200-megapixel camera sensor, the Mate 80, is currently in its field testing stage. This is typically the final phase before full-scale production begins, meaning the development is almost complete. That increases the likelihood that Huawei will indeed launch its next flagship phone with this ultra-high-resolution camera. While it's still unclear whether this 200-megapixel sensor will serve as the main lens or as a telephoto zoom camera, expectations are high on both sides. If it becomes the main camera, users can expect an impressive leap in everyday photography performance. If it's used as a zoom lens, then Huawei could once again redefine long-distance photography on a smartphone. Beyond just megapixels, a 200-megapixel sensor also brings other benefits. It improves macro photography by allowing users to capture close-up subjects in great detail without losing clarity. This makes it perfect for photographing flowers, insects, or textures where even the smallest details matter. It also enhances performance in challenging lighting conditions. Thanks to pixel binning, the sensor merges information from multiple pixels to produce bright, clear, and balanced shots even at night. Another advantage is video recording. A higher resolution sensor can deliver more detailed footage, especially when paired with Huawei stabilization and image processing features. So the Mate 80 could become a solid choice not just for photography lovers but also for video creators who want cinema-like results from a smartphone. Huawei's Mate series has always represented innovation, from its powerful chipsets to its advanced cooling systems and design. Earlier leaks already suggested the inclusion of a cooling fan technology in the Mate 80 series to maintain consistent performance during heavy use. Now, the addition of a 200-megapixel sensor shows that Huawei is focusing equally on performance and photography. If this rumor proves true, the Mate 80 lineup could mark a major milestone for Huawei, signaling its return to pushing hardware boundaries. It would also allow Huawei to compete head-to-head with other major brands that have already embraced high-megapixel sensors, though nothing is officially confirmed yet. The fact that Huawei is testing this technology suggests that something impressive is on the way. More information about the camera specifications, sensor type, and lens configuration is expected to surface soon as the official launch draws near. For now, one thing is clear: Huawei is preparing something big for the Mate 80 series. Whether the 200-megapixel lens ends up as the main shooter or a zoom camera, users can look forward to next-level image quality, sharper zoom capabilities, and better low-light photography than ever before. The Mate 80 is shaping up to be not just another upgrade, but a true step forward in smartphone imaging. If Huawei pulls it off successfully, the upcoming flagship could easily become one of the best camera phones of its generation.